Okay, so welcome back. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do an example and we're going to look at modeling data. So we're going to apply what we've been learning about linear functions, okay, and linear models. And so we're going to try to take data and we're going to want to plot or find the best straight line in the data. So we're going to use an example. So this is a word problem. So you just got to realize when you're working on word problems, just remember what the goal is, okay? And you're going to use everything that you learned just using polynomials, but now it's applied to a real situation, okay? So in this example here, what do we have? We've got a data, we've got a scatter plot, and we've got also our table, right? So here's our data, and then here's a scatter plot showing the plotting of the data. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the data, and normally we look at the scatter plot and we see, hey, it does look like it lies on a straight line, approximately a straight line. So we're going to want to find, hey, how can we fit a straight line to this data that would best model the data? Okay, this is what mathematical modeling is. Okay, we want to find what that line is. So now, in this example, we just need 2 points. Okay, so the textbook uses the first point and the last point. Okay, so now we got to first define what our variables are. So in this case here, they're starting at 2009 and they're counting from 2009 every year. And they define the x variable, the independent variable, to be the number of years from 2009. Okay, so when we're talking about year 2009, x is 0. Year 2010 is x equal to 1. Okay, so in this case here, we have x. So x represents year. So year after, so years after or from 2009. And of course, this here is cost for tuition fees for public four-year university. Okay, so this is this data. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use these 2 points to build a model. In other words, we're going to come up with an equation of the line just using those 2 points. We've done that before. This is just finding the equation of a line when we're given 2 points. That's it. So we can do this. So let's start. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the slope, right? So we're going to find the slope using the slope formula. So we're going to take our x, our y, our x values, right? So this is our x. This is our f of x, right? So we're going to do the difference in the y's, the difference in f of x. So we're going to do, in case this is average rate of change or slope, so that we're going to do, and it doesn't matter which point we use first. So let's do 6312 minus 8,070, and then we're going to do 2009, which represents x equal to 0, minus 2013, which is x equal to 4. Now, in this case here, if we took 2013 and 2009 and put them in there, you get the same difference. So just realize that. Now, so if we do this, what do we get for our answer? So if we take these 2 points, we're going to get a slope of 439.5. Okay. Okay, so that is our slope. So as an average rate of change, what does this mean? This is telling us that, hey, the average tuition and fees is increasing by this amount of money per year. Okay? And so that's the slope. Okay, so now what's left? Well, we got the slope, so now we just need the intercept. Okay, so let's find the intercept. So the slope equals 439. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's circle this. Now, the intercept, well, if we look at the graph, we already have the intercept. Because at year 0, right, what's the intercept? What's the value when y is 0? It's right here. So this is our intercept, because when x is 0, this is our cost. So our intercept is 6312. So in this case here, we have that. Okay, so now, so what's our equation of a line? What's our model? Well, now our model is f of x equals 439.5 times x plus 6312. And so there's the model that we're going to use. Or in other words, we could use f, y. Okay. And so now that's part A, right? So now we've got our model. And so now what we want to do is now we want to use that model to predict what the tuition and fees are going to be for a student in 2015. Okay? So part B is let x be equal to y. Well, if the year is 2015, what is x going to be? Well, remember, x is the number of years after 2009. So how many years after 2009 is 2015? Well, it's going to be what? 6 years. So x equals 6. So now all we're going to do is we're going to plug 6 into our model and see what we get for y. So we're going to get 439.5 times x, times 6 plus 6312. And what do we get? We get 8949. Dollars. So, what does this mean? It means that in 2015, we predict that tuition and fees at a public university would be at $8,949 per year. Okay? And so that is our prediction. Okay? And that's how we use data and modeling to answer questions. Again, we're going to look at linear models. Okay? So this is linear. Okay, that's it. Until next time, have a great day.